Welcome back, everyone, and Kelsey Baker. I'm excited to be back with you to learn more questions like, what do the students ask you and what's your approach to that?
Okay, so as an enrollment specialist, I am the first face students typically see, and what that means, I'm a recruiter as well, and I recruit in the DeSoto County, Tunica County, and Memphis areas. Questions that students ask.
Yes.
When does class start? So before I even get into that, I always tell students it's never too late to start at Northwest.
So there's no cutoff?
Yes and no.
Okay.
And what I mean by that, so of course we have your normal fall semester and spring semester, but we also offer mini terms. And a mini term is like 8-week courses. We have a beginning from August and ends in October. Then we have one that runs from October to December.
So if there's a class that a working person want to take, they can just fit that into their window.
Exactly, and it's a more fast-paced than your traditional full semester class, but like you said, depending on your schedule that you have, you can always attend a class from August to October, and then you can come back and pick up another class from October to December.
Okay. Yeah. And what other questions?
Students usually ask, let's see, trying to think. They asked several questions.
You know, I just know when my daughters went to school, it was so overwhelming. For one thing, that FAFSA is a hot mess. Do you help with that?
So I am not in financial aid, but as an enrollment specialist, yes, I do provide students with a financial aid checklist, especially the seniors and the seniors' parents, getting them prepared for that process. And so the checklist just gives them the information that we will need to complete the financial aid application, the deadlines, when it opens, when it closes, the opportunities that your students could have based on income. So I'm not necessarily financial aid, but I make sure I prep the parent and student up until that point. Also giving them all the benefits and opportunities that we have to offer at Northwest financially, whether that's an academic scholarship, performance-based scholarships, or grants. We even offer, again, since we are a non-traditional campus at DeSoto, we have adult scholarships, GED and high-set scholarships as well.
Oh, that's good to know.
And that is a question that they ask, like, what about money? Like, how am I going to pay for it? And so that's like, hey, relax. We have several opportunities for scholarships and grants. So,
now, do you live on campus with the students, or are you off-site?
I am off-site, but our main campus, they do have employee housing at the Senatobia campus, but no, I live off-site.
I bet some parents try to get your phone number.
Yes.
Can you run up there and see why Johnny's not going to his classes, please?
Yeah, yes, I do have parents like, wow, this is so helpful. And the reason, to me, I always say I'm just doing my job, but I do understand where they're coming from when they say that, because I'm a first gen. And so it's good to see that I am giving all the right steps to the parent to make them feel comfortable.
Absolutely.
And to let them know your child's in good hands.
Right, because we're releasing our babies to y'all, you know?
Yeah.
And I think it's also good, too, just to have access.
Yes.
Now, was that always that program over there for like an enrollment person to be there to assist with that? Because I can't remember if we had one. I don't remember ever meeting anyone like you.
So the title may not have been enrollment specialist, but I'm sure there's always been someone whether it was a recruiter, an academic advisor, an admission specialist. So, but enrollment specialists, I think a lot of institutions are diving more into that department. And basically, we are just to make sure we carry the student all the way from their senior year up until it's time for their first day of class, and then I let you go. And
go on now. I got you in the class. Let's scoot.
So, and people say, what's your job? I mean, it could range from anything, from recruiting, of course. I'm always a recruiter, whether I'm on the clock or off the clock, because I tend to wear Northwest gear off the clock, and people are like, oh my gosh, can I ask you a question? And I'm like, sure. What do you guys offer there? And that's when I get to tell them about all the programs we do offer, and whether, like I said, if it's academic course, health science, or career tech. And that's one thing I do enjoy about our college. It's really built for anyone. You know, we try our best to cater to so many different people. So
yeah, and I think that's important too, having a sense of belonging.
Yes.
What is your benefit, your personal gratification? What do you get out of it?
I really think it's serving the students, because I will never forget my freshman year. And I wouldn't say it was tough academically, but not knowing what I know now financially. So now being that avenue for other students, and I can do that research for you and let you know the access you have to all of the resources.
Yes.
And so I think just being able to know I was able to get a student enrolled and they don't have to worry about anything. They don't have to worry about, oh, well, I have to owe the school money, or am I going to finish, or who do I go to for tutoring, or I'm going to let you know about all of those resources and what we have to offer. So I think it's just being able to serve that student to the fullest capacity and gain that student that they actually come. So,
right, and I think representation matters. So to see someone, you're young, beautiful, you went to school, because when you go to college, it's a lot that goes through your mind, like, because you don't have that parent almost making you accountable. Now you have to be that young adult and be accountable for yourself.
And that is something that I always push in my students, even when mom or dad's in the room, like, hey, you're going to college, not them.
Right.
So yes, they're here for you for moral support, but keep in mind it's you that's going to college. So yeah.
All right, you guys, if you ever want to go to Northwest College, call Kelsey. She's your girl. She's going to make this transition beautiful for you.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Kelsey, for all the vital information. And you guys, check out Northwest Mississippi. You might be sleeping on something. Go check it out. Next on Bluff City Life, if you're ready to hit the ground running for a good cause, then you're ready to take on the Forest Fence 5K. We find out what inspired this marathon.